Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your general love reading. This is a timeless love reading, so whenever you get it is whenever you're supposed to get it. I'm going to pull some oracle cards and then some tarot, and we'll see what's coming out for today. I'm going to reference side 1 and side 2, so you pick which side you resonate with most for you and your person. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll see when more videos are posted. So side 1, we have Embracing Enthusiasm, shout out to the heavens with happiness. And then we have Traveling Lightly, simplify your life. So side 1 gets Become a Loving Mirror. So I get that they've been dealing with some self things that they've had to go through. Maybe some self-doubt, self-hate, self-healing that they've definitely had to deal with lately, which may or may not, and that could be you as well. That could keep you guys from coming into union. And side 2 has You Belong to Paradise. So, I mean, you as well, like, both of you guys could be dealing with a little bit of the same thing. We have Simplify Your Life on side 2 and You Belong to Paradise. So, maybe stepping away from the friends that you normally hang out with to realize that you are an individual. You belong to paradise. Don't forget that. Your divinity wants you to know that as well. Maybe that'll give them a chance to approach you. Next we have on side 1, Empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. So maybe realizing that they're not necessarily at fault and seeing that the other person is at fault as well. They could be going through a relationship. They could have just ended a relationship, so that may definitely play a factor. Adversity on side 2. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So yeah, definitely having went through some things that have maybe not closed you off or them off to love all the way, but made you a little gun shy, or made them a little gun shy. So on side 1 we have the 7 of Wands, the Magician, and the Page of Wands. Side 2 we have the 2 of Wands, Tower, and the 3 of Swords. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all. On side 1, I mean, you see the 7 of Wands. So they've really felt like having to fight for their spot, fight for how they feel, how they think, fight for their actions, fight for their energy, their spot. And it led to self-doubt. The Magician is leading to a point to where they feel like they're finally in a place of manifestation again, and it leads to the Page of Wands, which is definitely open to love again, open to seeing a brighter side. So that's all positive. On side 2 we have the 2 of Wands. So that's someone who's not really they haven't made a choice yet. And that could be you or them. I mean, they've got the world in their hand and they're looking out. So they're kind of weighing the options. And I mean, you could have, or the other person could have options as far as love. And you haven't made a choice yet. Maybe you're waiting on that other person to make the first move. Then we have a Tower moment. So the Tower moment has really, and I feel like it showed itself in a point in your life where you weren't expecting it. And then you have the 3 of Swords, which really hurt. And I mean, that could have been in a relationship. It could have shown itself in your group of friends where you really felt like what was said hurt. Maybe someone said some harsh things about you and you didn't realize that's how they felt. And I mean, that could be in love, that could be, like I said, your group of friends. But what your spirit team wants you to remember is you belong to paradise, and they're hoping you accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And that definitely was a challenge, because it led to a tower moment that led you to completely rethinking how you act, how you behave, how you give your love out, Gemini. So simplifying your life may also mean simplifying the groups of people you hang around, that you give your energy to. On their side, they have the Eight of Swords and the Four of Discs and the Three of Swords. So they get the Three of Swords as well. So the Eight of Swords is what clarifies the Seven of Swords. They really felt bound by that relationship, by that energy that they were fighting to maintain. They were fighting to maintain. So Spirit is reminding them to be open to seeing both sides of a situation. Maybe they did have a part in it. And it does take two sides to argue. It takes two sides to fight. But yet their spirit team wants them to remember, or if this is your side, to become a loving mirror. You're not 100% bad. No one is 100% bad. And you should shout to the heavens with happiness that you went through this situation and you still came out on top, because you're manifesting. So that's clarified by the Four of Discs, meaning that you're creating, you're in your creative energy. And although the Four of Discs does typically mean someone who is stingy and kind of harboring on to what they've earned, manifesting means you're holding your stability close to you. And I see that as a positive in this case. So you've become, or they've become, the magician. They're manifesting. They're working their way back up out of that negativity that they've faced. And then Three of Swords is just something that they went through, and they're re-acknowledging the fact that they had equal blame into that situation. And the Page of Wands is they're open to new beginnings. They are open to new beginning. Or you're open. You're finally getting to a spot where you've healed. You're open to that new love. You're open to that new beginning. No one is without fault. But but you are lovable. Become a loving mirror. Love your faults just as much as your strengths. Okay, on their side, we get the Three of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Moon. So we get the Three of Cups, that's clarifying the Two of Wands. I feel like they do have, or you have a set of options. You have more than one option. And I mean, this could have been brought about at a party or at a setting where more than one person expressed their interest in you. So you've stepped back, and maybe you're looking at the single life. Although I feel like you really do want that relationship. But it does, I'm going back to this, simplify your life. You don't want the drama of dating more than one person at the same time. And maybe that's where the drama came from in the past. Then you get the Queen of Wands. Or they do. Side 2 gets Queen of Wands. That Tower moment may have came from a past relationship. Queen of Wands doesn't have to necessarily be a female, but that is someone who exhibited a bunch of fire energy and could have played a big part in stimulating that Tower moment. And then we have the Moon. The Moon is what's clarifying this Three of Swords. So that stuff was hidden. The words and that may have been what was so hurtful about it, is that was going on behind your back, or the side 2, it was going behind their back. So we're going to pull some of these cards, get some more. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take, and that's absolutely true. So, in whatever you're going through, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, which means you are being sent. Your spirit team is sending you guided intuition. They are sending you, I can't even think of the words I'm trying to say. They are intuitively sending you steps to take, and the only thing that's going to get in the way is fear. Whether that's being in the right place at the right time or saying the right thing, they're sending you in direction that will speak to this person's heart. We have release. Release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity. And I feel like someone needed to hear that. Don't forget to become a loving mirror. If you are on side 1 and then side 2, you belong to paradise. So I'm going to pull one more card from my iffy deck just for some last minute guidance. It may or may not resonate, but so we have the 5 of Swords, and in this cup I'm getting that there was some player type energy that was experienced by one or both of you, and maybe that's a reason for your or their apprehension at wanting to start a new relationship. So keep that in mind. And in all of this, just release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity. Understand that this is a divinely guided path. And be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with them. Try not to put too many expectations on this, and I would say the Spirit is saying treat them as you would want to be treated, honestly, because both of you have been through a lot. And that's what I have for you today, Gemini. I hope you discovered value in this reading, and I'll see you next time.